Hello everyone, my name is Ahmed Harhash. I'm a postdoc at Dr. Guy's lab here in Indiana University. I'll be recording a couple of tutorials on how to use Bioquant for scanning and analyzing the histology slides. So this is the program that we're using. It's the latest version of Bioquant. Before I open the program, usually I make sure I load the slides up in the microscope, and then I adjust the whole thing, like the focus and everything. And then I go to image. Like, this is the very basic thing. This is what once the program opens, I go to image and then I open the camera, and then that's the view from the microscope. So before you take any steps, you have to do three things to the image, so you'd make sure that the quality is good. Go to a blank space, like now I'm moving away from the slide, and do the three things. First, adjust the auto exposure, and then now adjust the white balance. Basically, you're telling it that this is white. And then the background correction, so you'd kind of avoid the haziness and the fussiness of the background. So you hit background correction, this box will show up. You hit save full field as a template for background correction, and then background correct image. Yes, checked. And then you just close it. After that, you can just go back to the live image from this button and get the slide back on the microscope. It's kind of tricky how to adjust both at the same time, but okay, I'm here. Okay, and try to adjust the focus, or if you want, you can just turn on the autofocus. It gives me a hard time, so it's easier for me to just do it that way. And then now, since you basically got the view that you want to know that the same lens that's been used by the microscope is the same lens that the program is reading. So now the program is reading 1.6x while I'm using 5x on the microscope. So now I have to tell it that I'm using the 5x, not the 1.6x. And yeah, clearly the image got better already. So to scan, you have to activate the stage. So you go to topo and then check on the stage. Stage is on right now. And scan. You can do both things. You can scan multiple slides, which I'll be doing, or you can scan well plate, as in the culture plate. And you can do that by lowering the stage, and instead of putting the slides, you could put the whole plate. But please, if you did that or done anything else to the microscope, like inserted a certain field or change it like from the bright field to the dark field or something like that, please put it back to default after you finish, so whoever's going to use it after you will be able to actually use it. Okay, so now scan multiple slides, and then you can call the project Ahmed test, for instance, and then you can choose where to save the images. Let's put in Ahmed, which is my folder. And this creates a montage. So basically what that does is that the camera takes separate images and then stitch them together to get you a whole image. So if you didn't check that mark, it's going to save the individual images only. You can go back to the image toolkit and make it yourself, but it's easier to just check it so it will generate the montage. And yeah, setup. Okay, now you're telling the program what do you want to scan, like what's the area that do you want to scan. So we kind of set a name for the output folder here, which is Ahmed test. Now this is the folder, the name for the individual scan, the slide. So let's say this is Ahmed test 1. And in this case, I'm using only one slide. You can change that by setting 2, 3, 4, up to 8 slides if you want. But if you're increasing the number of slides, it will ask you to, after you adjust the first slide and name it, move to the second slide and then name it, and tell the stage that this is the slide for number 2. It's getting kind of complicated. Okay, so now set to 0. It's not reading 0, so you have to hit 0 on the stage box, and then now this is the 0 point. If you want to go and scan a second slide, then you will move the stage to a certain dimension in space, and then you hit set 2, and it will understand that you have to travel from 0 to this particular place to scan the second slide. But for this brief tutorial, I'll be scanning only one slide, and let's say I'll take 15 shots, 2:1 ratio, like this is the distal femur basically. And I deactivated the autofocus, the pre-focus, and the whole functions because it takes longer time. You can always reactivate it. I'll show you how to do it. And then you just hit start grip. Now the camera is starting to take the images. Every frame is an individual image, and then after it finishes, it will combine them all in one frame, or in one image, not a frame. I'll show you how it does that. Now it's 9 out of 15. It takes about a second or more or less for each frame to be taken, but please don't scan like 60 or 70 frames at one time, because usually it freezes with these high numbers. Like if you're scanning something for, let's say if you want to count the osteoblast or something, and you're going to scan using the 20x, then to cover the exact same areas that we just covered, you probably need, like, instead of 15 frames, you need like 60 to 80 frames. So I don't think you'd need this whole area. Maybe you just need a couple of frames in the center. So that's it. And then after it's done with the capturing, you can go back and look it up. So instead of live image, you go back to image file and then open single. Go to Ahmed, and then this is Ahmed test, the folder, and then this is Ahmed test, the individual frames that has been taken, and this is Ahmed test, the montage, the stitched picture. Now it's telling me that if I opened this picture, the stage would be off, so that's all right. We're not going to use it anymore. Okay, what do we have here is that this is the like the topography for the whole image, and this is the 1:1, which is every frame. So this is the 5x magnification, multiplied of course by the other lens, but this is the whole one. You can make it 1:2, so this is like a bigger view. See, this is the stitching line between two frames. It's kind of hazy. We're working on that for now. Or you can hit this button here to get the exact same view. See this clean, nice distal femur? Okay, once you had this picture, you can do many things with it. You can just do analysis with the picture. You can zoom in. You can actually, like save it to like a PDF or like a JPEG or a TIFF format, use it for a presentation. But basically, now you did the scanning. Okay, I'll be talking about the